Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. So, who notices that it's like 5 minutes after 3 when I said I was going to be here at 3? So I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened before I went to go hit the live button. So I was working on a workshop and for the next club session, and I spilled the whole thing on the floor. So I decided instead of just leaving it there and starting on time, I should actually pick it up off the floor so that I could put it all back together after this. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm such a klutz some days. Just saying. Okay, so let me just check that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I'm going to share this into my classroom and I'll get started. So I thought I would just come on and I'm going to create something I think that's going to turn out super cute. So I grabbed some of the stuff from the Card Creativity Special, which is the National Stamping Month special from Close to My Heart, and there's like a big huge bundle and literally all of it is so awesome. But I'm gonna play with the critters today. Okay, I'm gonna add you down onto my desk here so you can see what I have down here. Let's do that one. There we go. Okay, so the critters are called the Floating By. So I'm just going to talk to you about like some of the stuff in the bundles. So there's a few different stamp sets. There's thin cuts. There's like tons of goodies in here. So just give me 1 second here. I'm just going to make one more switch here. So I don't know who saw, but I did a little video where I created this backpack. I'm going to actually talk about this at the beginning before we start creating anything. So I showed this during back to school time. So I thought this would make like the perfect backpack tag kind of thing. So I grabbed some of the new colors and hey Wendy, hey Cynthia. I could not see you guys at the beginning, so I might just try leaving this open and see what happens. Sometimes I can see the comments and sometimes I can't, and they just did an update on my software program, so it was a little bit funny getting started and stuff. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to actually just kind of move this off to the side and keep it open so that I can see everybody over here. Okay, so I made this little backpack tag. So I picked out some of the new colors that we got this year. This is the new melon and periwinkle. And so I had to add a little bit of the glitter paper. So I attached just like this little keychain ring on here, but I'm going to show you. So on the inside to the thin cut, I put like a little return to, and then you could write your address in it. So I thought like you could actually use this on your luggage. You could use it on a backpack. And then I did add another layer onto the back just for a little bit of fun. I thought you could also laminate it if you were worried about it not lasting. So I'm going to create kind of a different version of this with the card creativity stuff. We're going to make a gift card holder, but I just wanted to show you in case you hadn't actually seen it, but it turned out super cute and like not a ton of effort. And it would be very handy. So it's just another use for one of the thin cuts from our annual idea book. And like I said, you gotta love a little bit of glitter. So this goodness here is all the stuff from the Card Creativity special. So like I said, you could purchase it all individually or you could purchase it together. Of course, they do a bundle so that you get, hey Sandy, so that you get a little bit of savings. So you guys know I always like to do a coloring sheet. So I thought I would just show you my coloring sheet for the floating by. I have not finished coloring them, but I had some fun just playing around with some of the images. The little animals are probably my favorite. So we're going to actually use them today. But so they're from the Floating by Stamp and Thin Cut, right? So you can also thin cut out your little animals. Then there's Dragonfly Wishes, which is beautiful. I've played with that. I created a really cute card with this Hello Fabulous. So I actually am going to come back and do a different version of that, I think later this week. Then there's Sending Love and Laughter. So these are large sentiments. We're not going to be able to use it in our gift card today because it won't fit on the inside. Oh, this would, but we're going to color on it instead and add a gift card to the inside. And then these are the thin cuts, and then there's also stencils. So this thin cut is the circle lattice background. And I love that they did stencils. I'm assuming we're probably going to see a lot more of this going forward because they're in other idea books and stuff. So then there's the cloud background. So there's a thin cut and a stencil for that. And then this is the stitched swirl background. And these pieces, I always just kind of run it through with a piece of like discontinued color cardstock just so that I kind of know what it's going to look like before I throw it in my bucket. So I like to play with things so that I get a feel for different things that you can do with them and stuff. So here we go. I'm going to put that all behind me. Literally beside the stack of stuff that fell down. Oh my goodness, you guys. I literally almost cried. I was just hoping I could get my pieces of paper back where they belonged. I just hope they all are on the right layout. Okay, so I grabbed the backpack card thin cut, and we're going to do a gift card holder, and I'm going to color a little animal, and I think it's going to be super cute. Okay, so I picked the colors from the Celebrating You because I'm going to make a little gift card holder for my son for going back to school. So when the kids go back to school, I like to give them like a little either like because the kids are older. So my son is in college, right? So I'm going to give him, well, this is a Visa gift card, but sometimes I like to give them like food gift cards, like Subway and stuff. So my niece and nephew have also both started university. So they might like a gift card for Subway or McDonald's or whatever. So here is how I altered it a little bit. So, you know, there's the back of the backpack here piece. So I cut this out of Glacier. Like I said, I picked coordinating colors for the Celebrating You. And I cut a piece of white daisy that we're going to put on the inside. This is my mistake, and I'm going to show you why. But so this is Glacier. I'm going to use this as my background. And I have used the gift card holder thin cut, which I actually think I threw back. Nope. It's stuck together. So when you use it, there's two sizes, right? And I just used the masking tape to hold it in place because I wanted it centered when I ran it through my machine. And you're going to see, okay, so there's two holes on the back, but we're going to cover that up so nobody will see it. I'm going to save that little piece there. So my gift card is just going to fit in just like that, okay? That's done. So this is my front pieces of my backpack. So we're going to assemble it just the same as this, but like I said, we've got some decorative pieces, and then I'm going to add my little fun guy on the inside, but I thought we would put these pieces on first. And obviously I'm not going to close it up right now because we're adding something to the inside, but maybe I'll just hook it while I add my pockets. So I did a little lagoon pocket. We're not going to do a glittery pocket for my son. We're just going to go plain old lagoon. And I might even add, though, this little guy onto the front of the backpack. So then I have the top flap of the pocket on the front of the backpack. So we'll just add that like that. Okay, and then this is from one of the zip strips of Celebrating You. So we're going to add that just right there. So like I said, I have a few pieces that I'm going to color and add to the backpack. And I'm thinking I might actually like color that and fussy cut her out and add her right there just as like a little extra embellishment. Okay. So these are like those side pockets that you have on a backpack. So I'm going to put them like this on here. But I don't like those little holes on the back, right? So I cut an extra layer here of the lagoon and I'm going to cover that up so you can't actually see it. So when I add these, I want to make sure I'm tucking them far enough in that the lagoon is going to, like it's going to be behind there. So I'm just adding a little bit of tape runner. Holy smokes, that word was just escaping me just there. And I'm just going to try and get them, just double checking. I'm just going to try and get them even. So I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so like even, look how cute that is so far. And I haven't even done anything yet. I don't know why, but I love the plaid for like back to school. Okay, this one's a little crooked, so we're just gonna fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna also add first my hanger from the top. And when you look at it through the back, from the back side, you can actually see right where that tab is. So you can just line it up perfectly over top, just like that. Okay, so then now that I'm going to add this on, I'm going to hide all of my edges and other stuff. And I just want to make sure not to put adhesive where my gift card is there. So I put a piece of adhesive down the middle here, and then on this one, I'm going just right around the outside. So then when I add this on here, it just kind of covers everything up. So like I said, I just ran the thin cut through a second time and trimmed it off the pieces I wanted. So then I want to put this little guy on the inside. But I don't know what I was thinking at first. I was thinking I was going to put it here. So you can see now I want to put it here, and now she's upside down. But I thought I would save this one to show you what I did here, because the balloon and the bunny, so all of the animals can hold the balloon, right? But depending on your spacing, your balloon might be too long or too short. So you can see here when I put my bunny like right here, that's where I'm going to stamp it. If I put my balloon with the string's too long, and I didn't want the balloon string to be on there twice. So I stamped my bunny, and then I put a little piece of the masking tape on, and then I stamped my balloon on top. So now when you pull it off, you only have one string on your balloon. So this one I'm going to save for a different project because it's upside down. And I have this one that's right side up, so it's going to fit on here just like that. So I'm going to color my bunny. And I'm going to do a super cute little gray bunny with a pink little tummy. And while I'm doing that, I will remind you that we are almost ready for the next session of Chris's Creative Club. And so that is, so I'm actually using, here we go, brown gray blend. I'm going to start with the lightest because I always color that way. Lots of people color from darkest to lightest. I personally just find it easier to color from light to dark because I am nervous I'm going to get too dark, which probably wouldn't happen, but it's just the way I've always colored. So on the 21st of this month, my club will switch over to the next idea book. So for whoever doesn't know what Chris's Creative Club is, so I started it a long time ago, but I could never figure out how to streamline everything. But so now everything's all super streamlined, and it's basically a subscription program to my workshops. Oh my goodness, this bunny's so cute. My workshops for each of the quarterly idea books. So we're just finishing up the last quarterly idea book, which was July, August, September. And we're just about to move on to the next one, which is October, November, December. So if you join the club, you get the workshops, all 3 of the workshops for each quarter with a little bit of savings. The club girls get advance notice of a supply list. They also get, like I said, a little bit of savings. They also get a monthly coupon code that they can use for anything else in the shop, in my shop. So that's always nice. There is a private Facebook group for them. I'm going to do my next, my medium brown gray. And then I think I'll do the tail, the medium too. So they get a private Facebook group where they get, like I said, an advanced supply list. So if they're like trying to put together their orders beforehand, and they also get it before it's released to the general public. So my workshops for this next quarter will start delivering, like I said, after the 21st of this month. So, and as soon as they're ready to go, they get it. They don't have to wait for it to go up on my blog or anything like that. They also get like that private Facebook group. So if anybody has any questions, they can ask me questions. So the current link that is up right now is still for the last one. Okay, so I just did a little bit of shading, not a ton, and I'm gonna do her tail just with the medium, and now I'll go back in and blend it out a little bit with the light. So, but if anybody would like to register for the next one that's not currently registered, but maybe doesn't want the ones from this one as we're coming to the end of the idea book, if you just comment secret, I can come back and I'll add the secret link that will take you to register for the next version, not the current version. Okay, so that's a red brown. Now I'm going to use a pale pink on her belly and her ears. So I have the pale pink blend. I will say I think everybody that's in there really likes it. It's been super fun to, well, not work out the kink part, but now that everything seems to be flowing a little bit better, We did have some kinks, but you gotta work through the kinks to to try something new, right? So everything is flowing perfectly now so far. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of the medium. So like I said, you could write your message on this part, or you could add it onto the back, onto that piece of the lagoon. So you could add your message here if you had more to write, or you could just write here. I'm going to paper piece this balloon. So I just stamped the balloon on a piece of that paper from the Celebrating You. I'm just going to give her a little bit of pink on her cheeks here. Oh my goodness, she's so stinking cute. So there she is. Okay. So if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, like I said, feel free to ask. I am all about answering the questions. You can also, if you don't want to ask a question publicly, you can send me a private message and I will get back to you. So, and if anybody's watching on the replay and has questions, feel free to ask them. So I'm just going to chop out a smaller piece because it's a little bit easier to fussy cut when you are have a smaller piece. So if you didn't want to paper piece the balloon, you could totally color it. I played around with lots of different ways to color the balloon along the way. So I'm also working on something else for those girls, and I'm just not sure if I'm going to get it ready for this launch, but we'll call it coming soon. But anybody that has played or created one of my workshops knows that there's literally almost nothing left at the end, so you can totally feel good about either throwing away your scraps or creating a card, because that's about all you have left. So it was just, the club was just a way for me to kind of group everything together, give everybody just a little bit of savings along the way. Okay, so that is super cute. Okay, so I'm going to add this right here. See, and that's handy. The little bunny matches my Visa gift card. So, and the workshops aren't actually housed in the Facebook group, but they do get an email. And then they do actually also end up getting a downloadable version of it also to keep in their account. Because when I upgraded my blog so that now all my customers have a portal, they can sign in and out, and if they're missing like one of their files or something, they can go back in and get them. So if they would like to, they can also update their customer portal so that they have the downloadable version in there. Okay, so I'm just lining it up on this outer edge because I trimmed it just a little bit shorter so that when I close, I can close up the card. So I'm just trying to line it up here. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Let's get rid of this, because the white on white is not helpful. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay, so I should have probably made sure there was no adhesive right there. Oh, perfect. My two little slots are lined up, so my tab will fit through there just like this. So that works. That turned out cute. Okay, so I think I am going to just color this little chick. And so I could also stamp right here my sentiment too from one of those, right? Like, so on the inside, I think I did Make a Wish, right? Make a Wish. So I could have done that on the front, or do Let's Get This Party Started. That would probably fit on my pocket. I can't do that now because it is adhered down. But let's just see. So see, all of those would have fit. I totally could have done that. So let's celebrate. Wishing you a happy day would fit. Happy birthday. Let's get this party started. Floating by to say hi. So totally fits. Okay, so for the little chick, I grabbed the orange. I'm just gonna really quickly jot the beak because it's very, very small. Just like that. And then I grabbed Citrus Blend, and I'm going right to medium. So how many people already have their bundle at home? So if you were a consultant, you have had access to it for a little while longer. So, but I love, the more I play with something, the more I love it. So, and I like that all the components of the bundle are really different. So I'm just going to add a little bit of dark in here. Like I said, there's not a lot of space on this bird, so I'm not doing like a crazy amount of shading, because really it's like not very big at all. Okay, so then I'm just gonna fussy cut out the little bird and add it to the backpack, and then I'm all done. So I quite typically will chop off a little bit of extra so that I don't have to kind of move a whole big piece of paper through my scissors. And if I kind of get stuck, then I'll just like chop it off and keep on going. So I thought this was kind of fun to combine the something from the annual with a monthly special. So as I'm sure you can assume by the title of a monthly National Stamping Month, this is kind of a big deal. So it's always a fun campaign, no matter what. And I love that there's so many kind of different components this year with the thin cuts and the stamps and all the things. There we go. So she is super cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some adhesive to her. Move my garbage out of the way. Okay. So after this, now I'm gonna have to go reorganize all my papers. So I think that's kind of cute. So there she is. So here is how this one turned out. So like I said, this one features the products from the Card Creativity, and I use the Floating by Stamps and Celebrating You. So there's Glacier cardstock and Lagoon cardstock. And then on the inside, I used the gift card tab thin cut to add the gift card to the inside, and then my little bunny saying Make a Wish. And then, like I said, because I added the extra layer on the back, you could also do it in white if you wanted to write a longer message. And the reason I did this was to hide the slots from the gift tag on the back, and B, I just think it looks a little more finished. 1 second. Okay, so this is where we started. This was the little back to school one with the ring, a little bit of the melon ribbon on here, some periwinkle glitter paper, and like I said, this one I created as like a backpack tag, which I thought would look like, how stinking cute would that look hanging off your backpack? So that's what I've got for you guys today. As I said, if you have any questions about Chris's Creative Club or the card creativity special, you can simply comment below. If you want the direct link for the next session, which will be October, November, December, if you comment secret, I can come back and reply with the link to the next session. So you would skip over the current session, which is Beach Party and Backyard Bliss and Crisp Air. So like I said, they've all had their workshops for a really long time. If you're interested in trying one of the workshops, you could always just purchase one of the single workshops and try it out and see if it's something you might enjoy. So have a great day, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.